it's Bunnymon and welcome to today's video, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. I want to talk about a topic that has been in WWE, something that is very important, and I just got to notice it, and I want to know more by watching these videos and reacting with you and seeing what is going on. But the title of today's video is The Rock Attacks the Wrong Man, John Cena Exposes Him. A feud between The Rock and John Cena. Oh my god, like I want to know more, so let's head on and see this video together, guys.
Backlash against The Rock is getting out of control. People are accusing him of using steroids and lying about his success. But will John Cena finally be the one to expose him? When The Rock attacked Cena, everyone thought it was fake.
We had problems with each other.
And The Rock made it personal when he went after Cena's wife.
Rock's got a true story about Cena.
The Rock humiliated him in front of millions.
Terrible.
And weeks later, he was divorced.
When you bring...
Now he's fighting back and going after The Rock. Will John Cena finally expose The Rock?
John Cena, The Rock's Twitter blew up. Hundreds of thousands of tweets. The Rock's Facebook blew up with the link. John Cena's been talking trash about The Rock. Let The Rock put a nail in the coffin right now.
This seems staged. WWE is known for their fake feuds.
That's what a lot of people thought. But this was real. They even admitted it.
We had real problems with each other.
I just don't like the guy personally.
Dude, like at one point it becomes personal because they do go for personal and private things like a wife, a family, you know, some other business stuff that are important.
What were their problems?
When The Rock left wrestling to follow his dream of acting, John felt like he was abandoning WWE. Coming up as a wrestler, John actually looked up to The Rock.
We had a wonderful star, was known as the People's Champion and went by The Rock. As a fan, I thought he was always one of, if not the most gifted performer to ever step in the ring.
As an adult, John put his wrestling dreams before everything, and that includes his wife Liz. And when he finally got the chance to wrestle alongside his hero, The Rock suddenly left.
He just said deuces and left WWE, saying you love the gig and you love the business. Show a little bit more respect.
He said, "Just don't f me around and tell me that you love this when you're just doing this to do something else. That's the only thing that gets me really pissed off. He just doesn't give back to anything."
Wait, didn't John become an actor as well? Isn't that a bit hypocritical?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the problem. And The Rock actually called him out for it. It's starting a major fight between them.
When you run The Rock down about being an actor, something I love, about being the people's champion,
This is literally so true.
something else I love.
Yeah.
Yeah, your two-faced ass has been trying to do the exact same
The exact thing. You're just behind him, though. That's how it feels like. Like, The Rock had a career, had a really long one, and then when John Cena became there, The Rock was already moving on to something else, and John Cena couldn't deal and handle it.
Soon the media and fans turned on John, siding with The Rock.
John Cena is doing the same thing he bashed The Rock for, which makes him a f***ing hypocrite. This is one of the reasons why I don't like John Cena.
Instead of apologizing, John kept insisting he was different, instead of just letting The Rock do what was best for him.
He just left to go be a movie star. I've done some movies and I've managed to keep my WWE obligations, so I know it can be done. He just left us kind of hanging.
John and The Rock decided to settle their fight in the ring, but he had no idea what he was getting himself into when The Rock performed a song about him in front of millions.
You want to hear a little gossip? It's a true story about Cena. Rock saw Cena making out with Eve. I guess he didn't tell her that he's got a wife.
Yeah, that's a real brutal call out.
You can't do that.
He was a fellow wrestler in the WWE.
Wow, that's bad.
Yeah, and John was humiliated. But what nobody knew is that his wife was already worried that he was cheating on her. The one thing that he was desperate to hide now was being exposed on TV. And soon after, John was the one that filed for divorce.
It is something that is entertaining, of course. One person throwing a shot to the other person. But there is a possibility of an escalation, of things getting a bit personal, to where it can ruin the relationship.
And now that work was all he had, he put all of his time and all his focus there. And part of the work seemed to be with his new relationship with another female wrestler, Nikki Bella.
Will you marry me?
Oh, man.
What do you mean?
Well, the relationship was actually a storyline for WWE, and they had a reality show. But when John wouldn't
that
give Nikki what
real?
she wanted, things started to fall apart.
I won't have kids.
Well, John doesn't want kids, so we're not gonna have kids.
You are the #1 grantor of Make-A-Wish. 650 wishes. I think you would make, like, kind of the world's greatest father.
Just because you might be good at something is, for me, is not a strong enough reason to do that.
I really thought I was okay not being a mom, and I've just come to the realization that I'm not okay with it.
John was only thinking about what he wanted,
yeah,
and because of
that's
that,
not right.
Nikki actually called off the wedding. Desperate to save his relationship, he went on live TV to make his feelings known.
I had my heart broken out of nowhere. I still love Nicole. I still would love to marry Nicole. I still would love to have a family with Nicole.
Here's John.
You have a family? You just said you don't want to.
Was there any part of you that thought, I wish you would have just given me a phone call instead of told the world?
I mean, of course.
It's not really fixing the situation. It's just amplifying it.
Exactly.
Trying to get a reaction from her.
It was too late, and she broke up with him for good. As devastated as John was, it made him stop and realize that he'd been so focused on what he wanted that he wasn't able to see what other people needed from him or what they needed to be happy.
Stubborn, self-focused. Life had always been about me, and it took a very strong look in the mirror for me to be like, why?
He did the most selfless thing that he could do, and he let Nikki go and do what was best for her.
She needs to be happy.
All right.
Pregnant.
I mean, this is a thing. Like, you said you want to have a family with her, but you didn't tell her personally. You literally went the worst way around and publicly say something like that. It's as if she left you for no reason, and as if she is the one who didn't try hard to keep the relationship, because eventually you did want to have family. She just didn't make it clear, and she didn't press you enough for you to say it. And now you say it out loud when it's already over and done. And yeah, it's heartbroken, because you don't know you don't know if it was really the last choice for him to do something like that, and he really wanted her back, or was he just redeeming his image? Like, you never know.
I have wanted to be a mom my whole life.
Aww.
I think he realized that it was important to be able to let people go because it was the best thing for them.
Oh, is
You're
thing
the
gonna
problem.
go
You gotta
south?
lean into it, you gotta solve it.
Okay, now they're friends. So that's how the video ends. However, we are not gonna end here, because there is a video that came out 2 months ago. It's a whole interview, by the way. If you want to watch the 30 minutes, I will leave a link in the description down below. But the title of this video is John Cena on why the Rock feud got so heated. And he finally is speaking out about the whole situation in this interview. And this is just a 5-minute clip of it. So let's watch it.
But I do know that I've gotten 20 years worth of moments with this philosophy.
So the philosophy that you brought up about having control when you're on the field and being in live entertainment, I think applies directly to that build of that first Rock match, and the moment when, after weeks and weeks and weeks of just Fruity Pebbles, this, that, getting everybody to be like, he's not cool, I am cool, that one moment happens where you bring up the promo on the forearm, and it's like the whole world changes in an instant. How did that feel when you were doing it? Did you make the decision in the moment, and were there ramifications of that?
So that's a good question. And again, that's your perspective.
Right.
I'd like to think that I gave every chance to speak my best.
Is it just me? But I really love when he dresses up like this. Like, he really shows value and respect towards whatever he is doing by dressing up like this. Like, you know him. He dresses up in so many different styles. But to show up to an interview and talking about serious topics dressed up like this, like, he's demanding respect, literally.
The thing with our matchup, and I think the thing that some people might not have seen, was it is supposed to be Michael Jordan, LeBron James, both in their prime. To do that, in this scenario, you do not have to elevate The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
He is and always will be in his own universe. I don't have to give any more steam to that rocket.
Mm-hmm.
To make the billing, you need to elevate John. So I was punching from underneath, but still punching. And just looking
that
for
level.
whatever. And once again, Dwayne was doing so many things like he always does. He splits atoms and makes it work. All I was doing was WWE.
Yep.
That's it. And laser focused and realizing this is the opportunity of a lifetime, and realizing also that like this isn't Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali. Right now, this is Mike Tyson, Peter McNeely. And this isn't going to draw money. So, F it. Here we go. And of course, there are ramifications, and it led to some genuine emotions between the two of us.
Worked so
but
hard
when it all began to melt away was when we decided the path of the match the day before. And Dwayne could see how easy, not only how easy I was to work with, but how adamant I wanted to, like, these are great ideas. Let's do them. Let's do whatever, man. Like, I want to make sure you're comfortable. I can do this, but I don't know. What do you think? And then afterwards, not in the performance, not like being too smart or winking at the camera or like, F this guy. No, being fully invested in the whole body of work, losing with humility, with embarrassment, and staying there and being degraded and humiliated in front of a stadium to give Rock his moment. The moment the ice began to melt was right after. When the first thing I did was went to apologize to his mom and said, being in the business, I hope now you can understand, I just wanted to sell tickets.
I need to know more about this situation.
But also from my perspective, it was kind of like a surprise party where if I told you the gig, I think maybe we would have ruined some stuff. She gave me a great hug and told me thank you. And then the next thing I went is to say the exact same thing to Dwayne. And he couldn't have been more gracious. And I know that the build wasn't easy on him. He has the world in the palm of his hand. And to come back and be kicked in the nuts by some cheap shot kid who's trying to make a name for himself, that sucks. He's trying to give to the business. Like, what is this guy? I get his perspective.
Yeah.
What the F is this guy doing? I'm trying to do the business a favor here. But then I explained my perspective to him, and obviously I couldn't just be like, I'm authentic. I had to prove it out there. Prove my authenticity.
Yeah.
And then say like, hey man, I just wanted to pack the place. And
to be honest, I think that the reason The Rock maybe didn't want to do it and didn't decide to do it because of what comes after and the consequences of that, because he was branching out and his image and his, like, the final for him was really important to be on top because that's where he wants to start with every other thing. And this did not really work out for him.
I wanted people to be interested, and I did it the wrong way. We should have collaborated. We should have talked in hindsight. And I should have asked you, what's the best way to make us equals?
Yeah.
Instead, I did it myself, and in turn, created a huge space between us, and that was my fault.
Wow. Wow. Did you notice the writing on the monitor before you went out there or in the ring, in the moment?
I had someone point it out to me.
Oh, my God.
And it was 30 seconds
before?
it was played. So I had something planned and just, threw it away. And that's also what I love about WWE. You have to, fans can see through the BS. If you don't believe in your character, it's what I said to Austin Theory.
See. It's fake, but they can still see.
You are young. You are athletic. You will work for this company. You'll do interviews. You'll go X, Y, and Z. I don't believe what you do when you're out there. I don't. I said it to him personally before I said it publicly. No, I'm serious. I said that
it's a tough pill to swallow.
In a room with Austin Theory, I said the reason I came back to Boston is because you can't do this yourself yet. You cannot carry a WrestleMania promo yourself yet. And if you fail, we waste the equity that I'm willing to give. And if in that match I get hurt, I hold up a production, which puts 300 people out of work.
Oh, man.
Let's do this right.
Okay.
Let's get some equity here. And then you have to start thinking about the angles of, well, what's the most important thing? And what are we really trying to tell? And what's our story? And
yeah, it gets really complicated.
I don't believe what you do. That's what I'm going with.
Oh my goodness. Now I really want to see and go back in time and see where it exactly started and how it got heated, because personally I don't know a lot about this. And this is like the first time I hear about it getting this heated and this whole situation. And I do understand both points, but I need more. So if you know anything about this, let me know in the comments down below and let's talk about it. If you have any other videos that you would like me to react to related to this story or WWE, let me know by leaving a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want more videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe for more. Have a wonderful day. I love your faces, and see you tomorrow. Bye.